Welcome to Bits and Booze. My name is Scott Chacon. I'll be your host. I am the CEO of Git Butler. I was the co-founder of GitHub, and I happen to be a certified wine expert. So in this series, we're going to try to shake things up a little bit. We'll be drinking some wine, we'll be talking about wine, and we'll be learning about Git revisions. So mostly we'll be looking at Git rev-parse. How do we look at the first parent of the second parent of a SHA, or how do you see what's on one branch that's not on another branch? So we're looking at the revision language of Git today. Let's get started. Welcome to Bits and Booze. Today, you chose this wine.
Yes, I did.
Actually, no, you didn't.
No,
I think it was the opposite. You said anything but red, and then I chose a red.
Yes.
Our resident wine tester already opened this one.
Yes.
And did a beautiful job. But we're going to do Gigondas, I think is how it's pronounced. I'm actually not really sure. It's a Côte d'Or. It's in the Rhône region of France. And have you ever heard of a wine called Châteauneuf-du-Pape?
No.
No? It's a GSM, Grenache, Syrah, and Mourvèdre. And so it'll be some combination of those.
Right.
Châteauneuf-du-Pape is really well known, and so Gigondas is like its little sister. So it's right across the road from Châteauneuf-du-Pape appellation. And so what's nice about this is that not that many people know Gigondas. Actually, the best thing in wine is you find an appellation that you really like, and you know you really like, and then you find whatever's next to it.
I see.
You don't recognize the name.
Soil is basically the same.
It doesn't have as good PR, but it generally tastes. It's very difficult to tell the difference. So get the same. If it's the same cost, get the one you don't know that you know. Just look up a map, right? Anyways, let's do a tasting, and then we'll get into the Git. Cheers.
Cheers.
You like it?
Yeah.
Did you taste it?
No, I smelt it.
You like the smell. Has a good nose feel.
Yeah, that's really nice.
That's not a phrase.
Nose
very chewy. Today, this episode.
Yes.
Do you know what we're doing?
Rev-parse.
We are doing rev-parse. Last time you said ref-parse, and you typed it wrong. So the number one thing, if you come out of this with nothing else, is to remember what the command is. But generally, probably not that useful. But it's kind of interesting to get an idea of some of the things of how Git works. And so we'll use it to figure out some syntaxes.
Yeah.
Syntaxi.
Syntai?
Syntai. Let's go with syntai.
Syntai.
So most of these things that we're going to go through have to do with commits, so you can use them in Git log, right?
Right.
So if you're unfamiliar with the reflog, this is with an F, actually, the reflog, and different than rev-parse. So this is the history of sort of where your branch is. And there's different logs. So this is the one for head. So it's kind of, you can see you switching back and forth between different branches here. But you can also say git reflog branch 1, and you can see where just that branch has been.
Not far?
Well, not far.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't been far at all. But it's really nice, right? And so you can see actually in here already some of the syntax. So this head at 11, head at 12, head at 13.
Sort of the head back in time.
This is the at symbol is sort of this reflog syntax. So, but you can do lots of interesting things. So if you do, for example, git log head at 3, that'll show you
log head.
At 3. So that'll show you what commit was. I mean, the top of this, right? What commit was it 3 commits ago on whatever head was.
So
as you're switching branches, or as you're committing, or as you're whatever changing what the tip of the branch is, it's going to keep this history of that. So
wonderful.
So that's a nice way to do it. But you can also do some time-based stuff in there. So if you replace the 3 with yesterday.
Oh my days.
No, just 1 days. Just back 1 days.
Like that?
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yep. So that'll work, right?
Yeah.
Or you can say October 27th or whatever it is. It doesn't really matter. You can put in, as long as Git can parse whatever the date format is, well, actually, I'm curious if that works.
No. It's probably the space in there.
What are you doing? Normally I would do it. Yeah. Oh, wow. Does that actually? I mean, we only have a reflog for like 4 hours, so it's not really gonna do that much. But yes, you can do that type of thing.
Cool.
And that uses It's interesting because it doesn't look at the author date, right? In the commit. So if you look at these commits, it has a date. It does not look at that. what it looks at is the date in the reflog. So it's going to be yesterday for you. It's not necessarily yesterday for somebody else, right? It's just going to look at where your history was. So it's very specific. You can't really send this over the internet to somebody and say here's a revision. But what you can do is you can say rev-parse. So you can say git rev-parse, head at yesterday.
Head at yesterday.
Yesterday. Very American, and it'll give you out a SHA, right?
I see.
And so that SHA will be the same for everybody.
Right.
So if you want
to pushed up, other people will be able to access.
Actually, you have internet access on this, right?
I do.
Okay. Go to GitHub. I want to show you a fun GitHub hack.
I see.
Go to File. Go to File.
Go to
on this,
File.
Yeah, on this one.
Let's go to the code of conduct.
Yeah. If you see a version of a file and you want to send it to somebody,
yes.
Go to the hit the thing in the URL right now so we can see what URL that is. It says blob master, right?
Yeah.
And so the problem with sending people GitHub URLs like this is that if master changes, whatever URL it is not it's out of date, right? So it's going to change the content. It'll possibly change the content. Yeah. If you hit right now, if go back to the browser, undo that, and you hit the letter Y.
Y.
Now go to the URL again.
Oh, that's cool.
It's replaced master with the SHA of what master is right now, right? So that URL content never changes.
That's a permalink, right?
Yeah, it's a permalink. So anyways, this is kind of the rev-parse thing, right? Yeah. Like if you hit Y, and the way I remember this is, why is that the letter? Yeah. So that's how you remember how to do that. Anyways, let's go back to the example.
Whoosh.
There's a couple different other fun rev-parse things that you can do. Again, not with the thing. You can do it in log. You can do it in whatever. It's a couple different ways of saying, instead of writing out the whole SHA or the branch, whatever, what else you can do. So git log -- one line
-- line
graph
graph
all
all.
There you go.
Yes.
Now we get to see kind of what your whole graph looks like.
Right. So this
nice little short.
All of the branches showed in.
These are all the branches we have. So we have a merged branch here. We have sort of a main line that's gone off. We have two branches that have gone off. So there's kind of three different branches that have all gone off from this central one, and then two of them, branch 1 and branch 2, has been merged into merged branch. So it's kind of a nice example. We can go through a whole bunch of things. So let's do git show -- stat or something, just so we can kind of look at one. This is the commit we're on.
Yeah.
If you do git show -- stat head, it will show you the same thing. Like if you don't put a reference where it's looking for something. No. I mean,
you said -- head.
-- stat head. give it some head. If we wanted to say, let's look at the parent of this. Do you know how to do that?
Is that the tilde then a 1?
Okay, try it out.
So let's do a squiggly tilde and a 1.
Okay, so this is the parent of this, right?
Yes.
And then what happens if, actually, it's interesting that you type 1, because I never do that. It's redundant. You can just do tilde. It will assume 1.
Squiggly 1 does a 1.
Yeah. So
that's cool.
It shows the same thing. If you do squiggly 2.
Squiggly 2. Can I do 2 squigglies?
Oh, interesting. Let's see. I don't think so. Ooh,
no.
You can.
That is cool.
How many squigglies can we do? Can we do 3 squigglies? It does! Wow, I learned something here.
That is cool.
We learned something here. Okay, but let's do squiggly 3. It should do the same thing. It should go to
squiggly 3 accesses the
third parent.
Third parent.
The third first parent.
Well, what is that?
Because so run git log again.
Okay.
Which is the alias that you set up for one line graph all. So this is what we're on. So let's walk back, right? So you walk back. Actually, so the first one you did, squiggly was Baz, squiggly was bar, and then 3 squigglies or squiggly 3 is foo commit, right?
Foo commit. This
so that's walking the left side each time.
So it's chosen sort of the first parent when we did the merge together.
Exactly. So if you replace the squiggly, so
the squiggles.
So take out the 3, take out the squiggle, do a caret.
Do a caret. That's a pointy 6.
Yep. Hit it.
Bam.
Okay, so that does the same thing, right? Same thing as a squiggle.
I see, yeah.
Caret is the same as squiggle 1.
Okay.
Or just one squiggle. If you do caret 1, what does it do?
Is that going to access the other parent? So where we were on this Baz commit,
Why would you do that?
I was going to select the text.
We need the helper screen again. We're back,
Right.
guys. All right.
So
Tell the
where
one.
we're at this, accessing this previous commit here. This is probably going to access this one here.
That is my guess.
That's our guess. Let's give it a go.
That is my guess. No, that's the first parent. So now do _2.
What are we, programming in Lua?
Okay, so now it's the second parent, right? So instead of the one you were on when you merged in, it's the one you merged in of a merge commit, right? Now do, what is this? What is this? A caret?
It's a caret.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was going to say top hat.
How is that a top hat? It's a dunce hat.
Oh, okay.
Well, is that what your teacher
hat.
told you when you were in
Okay,
school?
so
We're going to put the top hat on you.
Head, dunce hat 2. Now do a squiggle. Throw a squiggle on there. No. Two, squiggle.
Squiggle.
Right. So now that goes to the first parent of the second parent of that one. So,
so
you can keep adding these together, right?
so
As we've learned, we can do all sorts of squiggles and _2s and stuff like that. So it is kind of an interesting way of showing this. Now, I'm going to do one more thing that I think is really interesting. Do git rev-parse.
Git rev.
You can always use this to test out this sort of revision language, right? Yeah. And then do, you know what? I don't know the names for like any punctuation, right? So what's the dots? The 2 dots, like a colon.
The colon.
Not a colon. No, I'm kidding. That's the colon.
Sorry, the colon.
Okay, that's better. That's better. Thank you.
So I've got the colon.
Colon, and then this guy.
A forward slash. So it's kind of like an unimpressed face.
Yeah, like a meh.
Like a meh.
Yeah, so what you're gonna do is git rev-parse meh, and then don't hit enter yet. Git rev-parse meh, and then so you have all these commits. If you want to, essentially what this does is it looks through your commit messages, and then the first sort of regex that it finds that matches this. So let's do dead, right? You have a dead B or dead like a dead one and a dead B one. So do that. If we look, so you can say git log meh dead.
So git log. I almost typed meh. I was so close. It was like, no.
Oh, come on.
You've lied to me here.
I did. Why didn't that work? A dash maybe.
Dash.
Yeah.
There we go.
Then it does the same thing, right? It'll go through, it'll find a commit message with it. So if you know that you have a commit message with something, there's a shortcut to doing like a dash capital S, like a pickaxe or something like that. You can just do this sort of the shorthand to say, give me the first commit that has this string in the commit message.
That's really handy.
It's sort of a weird thing. But rev-parse is interesting because like this is as you can see, this SHA is the same as the commit SHA, right? Like that's how it
aligns
figures that
with
out.
This. Yeah.
What were we talking about? Oh,
we're gonna do some log stuff.
Okay, we're gonna do some logs. We're gonna do some graph manipulation with rev-parse. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's some really nice tools here. So let's run git log again.
Git
the
log
graph --one line -- all. We want to see what our network looks like.
So this is our graph.
This is our graph. So there's a couple of really nice things that GitHub does automatically for you, Git Butler does automatically for you, but if you're on the command line, sometimes it's a little bit, unless you're doing this type of command, and you're trying to say what commits are on branch 1 that are not on my main branch, right? Or what commits are on branch 2 that are not on my main branch.
So what's upstream from the thing
or vice versa. What's on the main branch, like what's been integrated upstream that I don't have in my topic branch right now.
Yeah.
So there's a couple different ways of doing this, and I've found this super valuable for a long time, and I feel like not enough people really know how to do this. So we'll go over this because it also helps with the rev-parse thing.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome,
Very
sir.
nice. There's 2 different syntaxes. I prefer one of them, but let's go over the more complicated one first.
Sounds good.
So you do, well, we can try it with rev-parse first.
Okay, git rev-parse.
So git rev-parse, and then you do, like, which branch do you want to see? Branch 2, let's say.
So branch 2, so it's that.
So branch 2. Actually, so run this.
Great.
Okay, that's going to be the thing. Let's actually just do git log --one line. It's going to be easier.
Git log --one.
One line.
One line.
And then do branch -2.
Branch -2.
And then do caret, space. Sorry.
Caret?
No. Space.
Space.
Caret.
Caret.
Main.
Main.
And what this, run it. I want to show everything that's reachable from branch 2, but
Yep.
not anything that's reachable from main.
Right.
Right. So now we have the 2 commits that are on branch 2 that are not integrated into main at this
So
point.
we've got these 2 here, but we're missing out these commits here.
Exactly. So if you merge, branch 2 into main, this is what comes in, right?
I see. Yeah.
And you can do the opposite as well, right? You can do main, not branch 2. Actually, let's run that real fast just to get an idea.
Main, not branch 2. I'm converting everything into British for everyone.
Branch 2.
Branch 2.
And we get the 2 commits that are on main that aren't on branch 2.
These ones here.
So this is a really nice way of doing sort of comparative branches, right? The other thing that you can do is what's called, for this exact same thing, is 2-dot syntax. So if you do the one you don't want first.
So let's say branch 2 then.
So the one you don't want first. So we don't want main.
We don't want main, right?
Right. And then ... branch 2.
Branch
and that will
2.
show us stuff that's on branch 2 that's not on main.
I see.
So that gives you the same thing. I like the caret syntax better.
Yes.
And the reason that I like the caret syntax better is because it's clearer to me to remember which order it is. Like, you're very specifically saying I don't want this one.
It's not this one.
Exactly. But the other is you can put multiple on them, right? So you can say, like, let's do this, right? One line, branch 2, branch 1, not main.
So branch.
Long A, branch.
I thought I made a spelling mistake.
A with an umlaut.
Yes. So branch 1.
I don't think I can do every time that I do like punctuation. I'm doing it with my hands.
Yeah.
Semicolon. Oh,
Do your thumbs do that?
My thumbs do that.
Yeah. We're the same.
I know. Thumb buddies.
Thumb buddies.
Branch 1, branch 2, not main.
I thought we said we were having a drink break.
I know. Well, I already finished, so I got bored. Okay, so it does the same thing, right? It's just going to put in, here's all the commits that are reachable from 1 or 2, and take out everything that's reachable from main from those points back, right?
So we've got branch 1 here, and then we've got branch 2
and
beneath.
It's interesting if you look at this graph, right? Because branch 1 and branch 2, there's only 5 commits that are reachable, right? And so you're saying not main, but it really doesn't matter. It wouldn't list OB and 8.3 and those ones anyways. But what it's doing is it's taking out 7.2 because that's reachable from main, right? And so it's already integrated into main. It's not important from that context.
So it's kind of anything that's an ancestor of main.
Right. So it tells whatever the sort of the merge point is, like, or the first common ancestor. Just stop walking.
Once we reach that, stop.
Commit stack, right? But again, you can do, in this syntax, you can do multiple starting points and multiple ending points. You can also say not this and not that, right? So like if we did this, if we did not the same exact thing, but also add in not merge dash branch, you can just go back, but okay.
That's cheating. So what do you want to do?
I want you to hit the up arrow twice is what I want you to do. Once. and then not merge dash branch. It's not going to show anything because everything is reachable from merge dash branch, right? So this is it's kind of a nice way of looking at the network. Okay. So the last thing I think that I want to go into is the triple dot syntax. So the triple dot syntax. So let's do the same exact thing with main and branch 2, but do 3 dots in the middle.
So main and branch 2.
Yeah. What do you? Okay. Well, I was going to ask you what you thought it was going to do.
I've not looked at it. I've not looked at it.
You looked at it.
No,
already.
I didn't look at it.
All right. What do you think? What do you think it's going to do, Caleb?
With the 2 dots saying branch dash 2 was then saying, can I have branch 2 without main? With 3 dots in programming, that's usually an inclusive range. So perhaps this is, what?
I'm just curious. I don't know. What is it?
I was guessing that it was going to be the combination of branch 2 and main.
It is. So it is. I mean, it's the combination of branch 2 and main. But also implicitly not any common ancestors.
Right.
So it shows what's on main and on branch 2, but not on anything that they have in common in their ancestry.
So it's missing this commit here, and it's also not including the branch 1 commits
because it's not reachable from either of them. Right. So yeah, so that's I find this less useful. I really like the I actually really like the not syntax. I use that constantly.
Yeah.
Have you ever run git show branch?
No.
Yeah, I don't think very many people know about
Git
this one.
show dash branch.
Show dash branch. Show branch. Run it. Jesus, come on. You can't hit the enter button? All right, git show branch. So if you don't have that many branches and you kind of want this weird, difficult overview of what all of your branches are and what commits are on each of them, this kind of puts together all of the things that we were talking about, right? It lists out all the branches that you have.
Yep, so we've got branch
It lists
1,
out the one that you're on.
branch 2.
Right? With the, branch 1, branch 2, main, and then merge branch, which we're on, right?
Right.
And then lists out all these commits that are reachable,
Yeah.
and then shows which branch each of the commits are on, which is, it's a super weird way of, and lists out the name rev of each one, right? So you can see sort of like, this is branch 2, caret, or branch
but this,
2.
you can almost see the analogy here, where you've got the plus signs matching up where the sort of asterisks are with this other this other sort of command that we've run here.
It's interesting, right?
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
And I believe you can also give it a range, but anyways, I just thought it was pretty funny. Nobody really uses this command anymore, but it does exist, and it does kind of do all of the things that we're looking at. My guess is that 1% of the people that are watching this have ever heard of this command. But yeah, try it out.
That's pretty cool.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you.
I hope you've learned some stuff here.
I have learned some stuff.
I hope you've learned some
This
stuff.
has been revolutionary.
Thank you. Thanks for joining me. Good day.
Please come back.
Subscribe button. Wait, do you have a British keyboard? Oh, I guess you would. Oh, that's it.
Yeah.
Fuck that enter button.
One has an enter button that is suitable for all purposes.